content, okay? Because today we would have assumed that you have already know what magnets is, but of course, when we go through the questions, I will touch on some of the concepts again. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now let's have a look at, I think first off, just highlight, okay, some of the house rules. I think you are not new because you've been with us for English, right? So you know the house rules, isn't it? Yeah, I think you've been doing a good job, naming yourselves and turning on your video. So I think I will not need to go through. Now, just a reminder, if you need to ask any questions, you can just click on the raise hand icon and just basically you can just unmute yourself before you speak. Okay? Okay, so we will start off with a video first on magnets. I'm going to share sound with you. Okay, you came a bit late today. Yeah, we're actually watching a video on magnets. I think this is one of the last lesson. This is one of the last lesson on magnets before we move on to a new topic. Okay, so that's what we are doing now, watching the video. Okay, just to let you know. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue on. Today we have Peng Yun with us. She's actually from my English class, but I think it's the first time she joins the science class today. Okay.
Other magnetic objects as well. Magnets like a bar magnet can pass its magnetism to another magnetic object through the process of induction. Through induction, all of the magnetic objects in contact with each other turn into temporary magnets. And in order to enhance the magnetic strength of the magnetized magnetic objects, we can simply use a magnet with stronger magnetic strength. And for our final act, we will use the power of electricity to create a temporary magnet, or also called an electromagnet. How do we do this? By coiling a copper wire around the steel rod and creating a circuit with batteries. Increasing the number of coils around the steel rod and increasing the number of batteries in the circuit will allow the steel rod to be magnetized into an electromagnet with greater magnetic strength. And that's it. That's how we magnetize a magnetic object. However, magnetism can be removed through a process called demagnetization. A magnet loses its magnetism through very hard impacts, like being dropped or getting hit by a hammer. Another method is by heating a magnet. So be careful with magnets so they won't lose their special powers. Thank you for watching Mr. Lodestone's Magic Magnets. All around you there are magnetic wonders. The next time you open the refrigerator, ride a maglev train, listen to music, look at a compass, or even watch this show from a laptop or TV screen, remember that all these technologies we enjoy have magnets in them. See you next time and goodbye! Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Okay, now that video pretty much summarizes all that you need to know on magnets, right? And I think for Claire's sake, I think Claire, we have already finished a lot on magnets. So for Peng Yun, I think it might be something new. Have you learned magnets in school, Peng Yun? Peng Yun, I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
We haven't learned magnets in school.
Oh, you haven't learned magnets. So it's something new to you, huh?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. I will try to tune it in a way that it matches your content knowledge, because it's completely new to you, yet actually we are already at the last part of it. So I'll try to still explain certain concepts so you know what exactly we're talking about. Okay.
If you found
Okay, now let's take a look at this question. 3 iron rods are made into electromagnets. So Peng Yun, just for your information, electromagnets basically are temporary magnets made by running electricity around the circuit, okay, of a particular running electricity around this rod over here, C1, 2, 3. So what happened is that they will coil the wires around these rods and then they will run electricity. Okay, and why is it that there's electricity? Because there's batteries over there. So that means the electric current can flow through the circuit, right? Allowing the rods to be magnetized into temporary magnets. So of course, this question is testing you on descending order of magnetic strength. So what do we mean by descending order of magnetic strength? Meaning from the strongest, okay, descending means it's going down, right? Means from the strongest to the weakest. Okay, so from the strongest to the weakest, over here, the strongest would be Z, because Z has the most coils around it, right? So Z is the strongest, then of course followed by X, and then followed by Y. Okay, so Y is the one that, has the least coils around it. So that means Y is going to be the one that is the weakest. Basically, the concept is that the more coils around the electromagnet, we call it the electromagnet because it's a magnet that is caused by electricity. Okay, the more coils around the electromagnet, the stronger it is. Yeah, so the answer is then B, because Z, X, and Y. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Caspar tried to magnetize. Okay. Oh, you're learning about electrons, Peng Yun, in school? Wow, interesting. Are you in an international school? Yes? Oh, no wonder. Okay. Yeah, because usually for primary school, they do not learn about electrons. Electrons is something that maybe secondary school science learn. Okay, that's why I was thinking maybe you might be from an international school whereby the syllabus is different. Yeah, but I think just take it positively. Okay, for this topic on magnets, I think just take it as you're learning a new topic. Okay, yeah, because it might be something unfamiliar to you, but then again, I think it's quite it's quite it's quite an important topic. I think eventually even if it's in an international school, you will probably learn about magnets as well. Okay. Now next one, Caspar tried to magnetize a steel nail using the stroke method in the direction as shown below. After stroking for 15 times, he used the nail to attract some steel pins. 3 pins were attracted. He repeated the experiment with another similar steel nail. Okay, what should he do if he wanted to attract more than 3 pins? Okay, so just now, Peng Yun, the first one is actually on electromagnet. Okay, I think Claire, you're also familiar, right? Making a temporary magnet using electricity. Another method to create a temporary magnet is by stroking method. Okay, stroke method. So that means you stroke a magnet multiple times on a magnetic material. So steel nail here is actually a magnetic material. Okay, so the steel nail is a magnetic material. So what we do is that we will just keep stroking it. Okay, we'll stroke it until it becomes a temporary magnet. So if you want to attract more, Okay, if you want to attract more than 3, basically, how many times have you stroked? Let me see. In the question, it says that we have stroked it 15 times. And he actually attracted 3 pins. But we want to attract more, right? We want to attract more pins. So in this case, stroke with both poles for 15 times each. In this case, of course, if you want to attract more, you'll probably have to stroke more. It's the same as the number of coils around the electromagnet. The more coils, the stronger the electromagnet. So in terms of stroking, the more stroke, the stronger the temporary magnet. Okay, so it's to stroke more than 15 times. So the answer is C. Okay, the next one. Anthony made 4 electromagnets using the setups below. Which 2 of the following setups should he use if he wanted to find out how the number of batteries? Okay, so in this case, the experiment, what is the aim of the experiment? When you see these 3 words, to find out, okay, it tells you the aim, right? So what's the aim? The aim is whether the number of batteries will affect the strength of the electromagnets, okay? So in this case, number of batteries is actually the change variable. Okay, number of batteries is change variable. The strength of the electromagnets is the measured variable, which means what we are measuring. Okay, so that means we want the number of batteries to be different, right? Number of batteries is different, so but that means everything else must be the same, because the number of batteries is the change variable. Only the number of batteries should be different. Okay, so in this case, of course, which one is different? We have B and C. We can use B and C, isn't it? Because if you notice, the number of coils is the same. We want it to be the same. What we don't want to be the same is the number of batteries, okay? So here we have 3 batteries, here we have 2 batteries. So we can use B and C as the setups to compare whether or not the number of batteries would affect the strength of the electromagnets. Do you understand this part? Yeah, this one is actually experimental design. It's testing you on how you design your experiment. Okay, now next one. Fabian uses a magnet to stroke each of the items below for several times in one direction. Then he brings the items near a pile of paper clips. He finds that some of the items cannot pick up any paper clips. Which of the following statements explains his observations? Okay, so which one cannot pick up any paper clips? Okay, yeah, so in this case, the reason is because, okay, because remember we want to use stroking. Like for example, if I have a wooden chopstick here, if I want to stroke, means that I'm going to take a magnet and I'm going to stroke it. Right? If this is a magnetic material, okay, if this is a magnetic material and I stroke it, it will become a magnet. But if it is not a magnetic material, like for example, wooden chopstick is not, plastic spoon is not, copper wire is not, needle, maybe yes, depending on what needle, maybe iron or steel needle. Now, these 3 are non-magnetic. Okay, so since they are non-magnetic, they will not be able to be stroked into becoming a magnet. Yeah, but the needle, okay, the needle is magnetic. So the needle can be stroked. Okay, so what are your magnetic materials? Let me just recall, and for the sake of Peng Yun, because since Peng Yun has not done magnets before, there are 4 magnetic materials that you need to remember.